Music for me has always been an emotive outlet, so it's a good way for me to express my emotions, especially with writing music. And I think that heavy metal is one of the more emotive forms of music that can be played. Me and George have always played guitar and we've always jammed together, but we'd never really had any sort of creative outlet for our music. He was in a punk band with John and Steve, and they broke up when I was probably in about year 11 or so, and I just started jamming with them when I was in year 12, and before we knew it, we had Bellicor.
I met Steve and John playing in a punk band when I was 15. My dad was shopping for groceries at Coles, and he saw a little flyer there looking for a guitarist, so he brought it home and he thought I'd be interested. But we kind of grew out of that music, and a few years later we reformed into Bellicor.
Greatest influences would be the Gothenburg metal scene. A lot of bands like All In Flames, Opeth, Monomath even. So yeah, we have quite a few influences, and it's not always just metal.
I think as a kid I used to listen to a lot of my parents' vinyls. A lot of old heavy stuff like Black Sabbath, and a lot of stuff like Pink Floyd, and I listened to a lot of Queen, which is obviously very melodic music. So when you get an appreciation for melodies like that, you like stuff that's a bit more over the top, and metal gives you that scope to be more over the top.
Unless you have an idea of what metal sounds like and what good metal should sound like, I think that anybody off the street is not going to have an appreciation of what we are. I think that you really, especially with the extreme vocals, that tends to put quite a lot of people off, and most people who do like our music are already fans of metal. So a random stranger off the street, unless they have had exposure to metal, probably wouldn't be that impressed by us.
If you didn't listen to metal, I guess you would see music that you like, because given that it's melodic, it's quite accessible. But what you usually hear is, I like the music, but I find the vocals a bit weird. That's the response you usually get. That's if they're being nice.
Yeah, the European tour, definitely looking forward to that. It was a bit of a surprise. We got asked by the directors of Summer Breeze if we'd like to attend, and we replied saying, yeah, we're very interested and keen, and we're just stoked basically to get that opportunity.
I'm not nervous at all. I'm excited, a little bit worried because it's cost us a lot of money, and the main show is all organised and booked in, but the smaller shows are a little bit up in the air. The downside is if we go there and play a couple of shows over a holiday, it's fun. But I'd like to go there, given that we're spending so much money to get there, I'd like to play as many shows as possible.
Just keep writing good music and recording, just keep getting albums out there that we appreciate ourselves and also that our fans like as well.
I'd like to reach a stage where we could maybe make a little bit of profit out of it, so it doesn't actually cost us money. More albums, more international tours, hopefully a big label. So yeah, as many fans as possible, just keep growing.